Ready to record, yeah?
Yo, what's goody?
Man, let's get into it. So today we're just gonna do like a midway point Premier League review. Talk about what's hot, what's not. Players who are playing cold, players that ain't so hot. The top half, the bottom half, and everything. But firstly, I just want to take it somewhere a little bit different. So did you lot see what Sean Dyche said?
What's she saying?
About the players should get vaccinated first, or not first, but they should be on the one of the immediate people to get vaccinated. You didn't see that?
I didn't see that.
Basically, his point was that for the Premier League to play at the moment, they're getting tested every 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we don't want to stop the Premier League playing, because that's the murmurs in the background is that they're going to stop the Premier League, because a lot of people are at home and use the Premier League as like a way to relieve stress and to watch the game and whatnot. So he said, instead of trying, it ended up that we have to stop the season and we're spending all this money on testing to keep people playing, let's just get them vaccinated and then redirect that money that's being used for testing 2, 3, 4 times a week to the NHS. What do you lot think about that point?
I'm not a fan of this of the vaccination. I won't get onto Sean Dyche just yet. He's not. I hear what he's saying.
Yeah,
it's understandable. I get what he's saying because it's true. You're getting tested all this time. You might as well get the you know what I mean? But I don't know if everyone are you gonna get it done? Are you gonna get it done? Is it like a normal thing that everyone's gonna get it done? I'm not on getting it. I'm not I'm not getting
controversial one. Isn't it?
I'm not confident in saying if you handed it to me today, I'm gonna do it. I need to think. I need to do I need to do a lot of things. In the top of my head, I'm not doing it because I'm not a fan of being injected with stuff and then just. You know what I mean? See what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not on that. So
a lot of people have been saying that. And it feels like every single episode we're talking about COVID, but I guess we have to, innit? That's the reality that we live in. So my thing on the vaccination is, I'm not on the side of things where I think, they're trying to inject us with some sort of microchip so that they can monitor us or any of these things. Yeah. I'm not on the side of that.
All right.
But I'm not also on the side of let's listen to the science. Let's just listen to what the government have to say and just take this vaccine. I've done a little bit of research, and for what I understand, there's never in human history been a vaccination for a coronavirus because it's extremely hard to do it. Scientifically, it's hard to make a vaccine for these things, and they've come up with a vaccine for this thing in 6-9 months. Now that doesn't seem dodgy to me because there's a lot. I've done my reading. They just basically got rid of a lot of the red tape that stops you being able to bring a vaccine out. But there is a high possibility that this vaccine doesn't work or has other side effects that we don't know about. So I am not an opinion of if I don't need to get one, then I won't. But if it stops me, if they say you can't work until you get the vaccine, then I'm probably going to have to take it.
Yeah.
If I'm being real. Connor?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go into the medical side of things because man's not a medical professional. So everyone should do their cost benefit analysis and see whether taking a vaccine is the right thing for them. But the idea that you would be stopped from doing any kind of activity because you don't have a vaccine feels very much like they're stepping on your human rights, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think they're able to do that.
So if we're talking football, in terms of football, let's keep it there. Should players get vaccinated to keep the Premier League alive? I mean, my whole take on the Premier League has just been it just shows where we're at in society when the Premier League is still allowed to go on when everyone is at home having to either having lost their job or been furloughed or having to take a pay cut and whatever, and the Premier League is still going on.
Yeah, but I disagree with that. What's wrong with that? They're getting tested very regularly. So if they were in contact with anyone at home, they still get tested. So why can't they carry? If we was getting tested to go into work every day,
why
you'd still go to work, no?
Yeah. So why is that not happening?
No, I don't know why it's not happening to us, but I'm saying if that.
But that's my point, right?
Okay, yeah. So yeah, if they're getting it done, why can't we get it? Yeah, fair enough. But I'm saying, if
it's almost here's your entertainment.
Yeah.
Here's your bread and circus. And
you got something to watch on TV now.
You got something to watch on TV now. Let us just do what we're ever doing in government. We've given you your Premier League, crack on.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't like that.
Yeah.
But
But they're elite though. I see why they're getting treated.
They're
a little bit
elite,
different.
not to society though. Like the way society functions does not revolve around football. Like society shouldn't be revolving itself around football. Like, let's be honest.
What I mean by elite is not that they're different kind of humans, but they make like such a significant amount of earning that you can't expect someone that's getting paid 250 grand a week to sit at home and do nothing. You gotta, you know what I mean?
But you can someone who makes 20 to sit at home.
Well, that's what they're saying to us, isn't it? They're saying they can't.
But I don't agree. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, we don't. But that's where we're living at, because people want you to work for what you're earning, so they don't want you to earn all this money and like, say the chairman of Man City, he's paying out all these millions. You think he wants to wake up and think, I'm just paying out for these lot to sit at home and do nothing? Do you see where I'm coming from? When you're at
obviously, like everyone's got their agenda in it.
Yeah,
like everyone's got their agenda, but I think it's a silly idea to say that players should get vaccinated if they want the Premier League to continue. I think it's kind of
to scrap it.
He shouldn't even be making like.
Yeah, but it's Sean Dyche, isn't it? You seen his team play?
Yeah, he's on a mad thing.
You seen his team play?
Of course.
Off.
So I think it's a bad idea.
Yeah, I ultimately think that the people who need the vaccine the most should obviously get theirs first, and the Premier League should be very low on that priority list.
But it's not going to happen, and it's going to be the other way around.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens. But so who do you lot think has been the player of the season so far? I only think there's a few names that should be thrown out there, but
Bruno Fernandes,
he's one of them.
Currently, best player in the Premier League. But watching the game the other day, the semi-final against Man City, which potentially could be one of their biggest games, he disappeared.
Missing.
He disappeared. Like, he literally disappeared.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
Was that a team thing? I didn't actually watch the game. Was that a team thing though?
But the best players, I believe, turn up when it matters. It's a Manchester derby. It's a semi-final. It's a chance to get your club to the next stage. And
just on that though, you see this whole idea like the big players turn up when it matters. A lot of these big game clashes are tight games.
Yeah, and the difference is made by the top players. They're not made by the average players.
Over the years, I've seen so many big clashes where like a defender scores a header from a corner or something, and like the team wins 1-0.
Yeah, but most of the time,
like the big players are mashing up the lower teams. There's not that many big players who are like scoring every time against the big team.
Sure, but they should be noticed in the game. They
Yeah.
have a
You should be having an
stronghold in
impact.
this game. You had an impact. You was
Yeah.
there. We noticed you.
Yeah.
And Bruno, like you say, in that
wasn't
game,
there,
he
like-
weren't there. He weren't present.
Yeah.
KDB was running the show that game.
yeah, he was running the show that game in that false nine. He played in the false nine,
Doing stuff.
and he was just, you couldn't stop him because he could do whatever he wanted to go in terms of go wherever. Because basically, Man City, I believe, have like a style of play. It's like a base. Their base is basically wingers stay out wide and always play from out to in.
Facts.
And then their holding
Even when the
midfielder,
ball's on the other side of the pitch.
and then their holding midfielder is Rodri. Yeah. So how they play is 2 centre backs, Rodri the holding midfielder, 2 wide wingers, and everyone else does whatever they want in the middle. No, I'm not even joking. Everyone does when they've got the ball. All you notice is 2 wide wingers, the centre holding midfielder in the middle of the pitch, the 2 centre backs, and you see the fullback running into midfield. You're seeing the number 9 come short. Like, everyone just does whatever they want in the middle. So you could do whatever you want as long as we've got the 2 centre backs, the holding midfielder, and the 2 wide men. Everyone else, if you're picked to play in them other positions, you can do whatever you want. And that's how they actually play. When you watch Man City, obviously there's a lot more to it, but that's like their base. As long as we've got that, everyone, like De Bruyne was dropping into like centre mid, setting the ball off, and then Sterling's gone. Foden's gone on one side. So like the way they play,
Cold.
people say, oh yeah, this year they've gone down a little bit, whatever. But if you watch the way City are, they're always, Pep is always progressing as a manager. He's a progressive manager. But because he don't get wins and results, everyone starts questioning him. Like, he can basically do what he done in the last 3 years, stick to the same way, and they'll beat every single person. I don't care what anyone says. But he's all about progressing as a manager and progressing the players. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I truly believe that.
So, on Man City, they've started to pick up form recently. Do you think they're the most likely team to win the league at the moment?
No, because I think they're struggling in terms of like a number 9 in it. That's gonna get them the 20, 25, 30 goals.
Yeah.
I think they're struggling because Aguero's been injured, isn't he? Like, and Jesus is
And he's getting on
really
as well.
been-
And he's getting on.
He's getting on.
And he's getting on as well.
And
So
Jesus is not really. Has he proven that he can step up to it?
20 goal.
I feel
Not
like Man
sure.
City get goals from almost everywhere.
Yeah, they do. But you know what? The thing
but
that
they still need that focal
I don't know if they
point, don't
have
you?
like a, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if they've ever had like a super talisman. Obviously, it's been Aguero, but like,
come on.
Bro.
he gets like 18, 19, 20, 21 goals. He's not like scoring 30 goals. He always misses out.
But
He always
he's doing
misses.
it every season.
No, for sure, but he always misses. Like he's never. It's, like Man City don't have like a Harry Kane type model where there's one player and you get all the goals in it. You do everything. They kind of. There's one player who gets a lot of goals, but then the wingers also contribute. David Silva might chip in with 8. Yeah, Toure might chip in with 12. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But you see the top teams, they never just have one man that bags. Like, there might be every now and then. So, like, Lewandowski at Bayern. He's, I think, the only striker that plays in the top team that bags 30, 40 goals, apart from, obviously, Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
All the other strikers are 20 goals, and everyone around them's getting 15s. That's why they're top teams. That's why they don't just rely on one man.
Yeah.
So I don't, and especially the way Man City play, their whole gameplay isn't let's play the way we play and put the ball on the plate for Aguero.
Yeah.
It's we play the way we play. Whoever lands in that position bags.
Yeah.
But it just happens obviously that Aguero is in that place more than not. So I think someone like Harry Kane went to Man City. I don't think he will score 30 goals like he is for Tottenham. I think he will score his 15, 20 goals because he's got to do a lot more to help others around him. But then you'll have Sterling. He'll get 15. Foden, I think, within the next 2-3 years, he'll be a 15 goal man every season. So I think just like he's different.
But yes, and then to that point, I still think that Man City, because of that, I think they're the favourites.
Really?
I think they're one of the favourites. You know why? They started to build a base.
Yeah.
Diaz.
Oh,
What's his name? Diaz.
Yeah.
Ruben Diaz.
Diaz. Oh,
Hey.
Rolls Royce of a centre back, like cold.
So you think they're the favourites, though?
Yeah, because right now, if you look at the Premier League table, so we've got Liverpool on 33 points, Man United on 33 points for the game in hand on Liverpool. Leicester played 17, so same as Liverpool, 32 points. Spurs, game in hand on Liverpool and Leicester, 29 points. And then City, I've got 2 games in hand on Liverpool and have 29 points.
Hey, can we just shout out Ruben Diaz, yeah? Can we just shout out the Footballist FC on Instagram, yeah?
Okay. Why have you said that?
He brought me onto Ruben Diaz.
Okay.
What is it?
Not as a player, but in terms of what he's brought to the table since he's come to the City side.
Messed.
He's come in clean sheets back to back. Like back to back. Stops leaking goals. And then he's
And the
also
other team's not got a sniff either.
no sniff. But then he's brought John Stones back from the dead.
Dead.
Like, where was John Stones? Where's John Stones?
Whole
He's
team
come
revived.
and
Whole
he
team
said,
reincarnated.
he's like, Stonesy,
Come.
let's go.
Let's go, innit?
Like, we're going to do this. And Stonesy's come back and he's scoring. He's looking athletic. He looks like he can move.
Fit.
He's obviously always been good on the ball.
Yeah.
But the footballers brought out the shout about Ruben Diaz bringing the best out of Man City backline
Foresaw that, yeah.
at 23 years old.
Cold.
That's dope.
Are you mad?
Yeah, he's dope.
At 23, he's saying, you man,
Come.
let's go. We're going to shut shop. So now, I think that's why Man City get a little bit of freedom because they got a base to build on. Yeah. When you've got a base, you do whatever you want. Yeah. That's what I truly believe. So I think, I don't think they'll win the league though. I think they're favourites because I don't think their front line is as powerful as Liverpool. See Liverpool's front line?
I think it's messed.
No, but it's only
They're going to outscore most teams.
No, but it's only Salah and Mane.
Bro.
Firmino's output is terrible.
No.
I've been very vocal about this. Like his output, he doesn't get enough goals and assists for a top striker in the top team.
Yeah, but you see Firmino.
Have they got enough in the squad, though,
You man,
compared to Man City?
That's another point.
but you see, people don't understand Firmino's role at Liverpool Football Club.
I'm not saying he's not a good.
He's not there to score. He's not there to assist.
But you play as a striker.
He is the clog in the he keeps everyone together. He keeps the.
If I was a striker, I'd hate to be that kind of striker. I would hate
that's
it. 'cause,
meaty,
like,
man.
It's not.
That's meaty, like. What do you mean you're
Okay.
the person who puts? You're the number 9 at Liverpool Football Club.
Okay.
You're the guy who puts stuff together. That's your job. Allow it, man. That's dead.
Okay, but he's won the Premier League. So now
for
what?
him.
What do you mean
He's a
good
good
for
player.
him?
He's a
But
good
then you've
player.
got Kane banging 30 goals and getting nothing
Look, he's a
for it.
good player, but I don't see him as a top striker.
But he won't never get his flowers though because of that perspective.
What flowers do you want him to get, bro? He's won the
In terms
Premier
of,
League
like,
as the number 9
when
for
it's-
Liverpool
okay,
Football Club. Are you mad?
As an individual,
What do you mean?
he'll
When
be fine with like winning the Premier League. But in terms of like the barbershop conversation,
Yeah,
man
he
are
will
not-
never.
man are not gonna.
Nobody's gonna speak
Yeah,
about him.
because you
ever.
see that conversation about the barbershop and all of that, yeah? You just talk about like Ronaldinho and them that do You don't understand football. You see man that don't talk about Firmino, don't actually understand football.
Oh my.
You're
God.
telling me, okay,
I've heard this a lot. I've heard this a
All
lot.
right, let me just tell you
He's a
something.
good footballer.
Wait,
heard
hold
this a
on,
lot.
hold on. This is what I mean. Wait, hold on. I used to rate you.
Break
innit?
it down.
But
Go
this
on.
is
Break
see
it down.
Firmino. How many players can do what Firmino does? Go on, name players that can do what Firmino does. Go on. Can you build a Firmino?
Can you build?
Can you through the academy? Can you build a Firmino?
I think that a lot of number 10s in the system could do that role. So you wouldn't get a striker.
Do the Firmino role?
Yeah, you wouldn't get a striker to do what Firmino does. You'd get a number 10 and push them forward.
I break down what he does.
You lot are mad.
Break down what he does.
Okay, what number 10 can do Firmino's role? Dun, dun, dun.
No, but hold on. Before we,
It's
do
a very
that-
specific role in a specific system, though, so it's hard to say.
No, but I want to know what the role
What's,
is. I want to know
what's
what
the role? He's a
is.
number 9, isn't it, for Liverpool? What? I thought you
No,
lot
but
said
you
it was easy to have a Firmino. So
No, but
but you're
compare
saying.
Firmino to someone else.
No, but I want to know like what he does.
Okay, wait. Before he...
No, but I need to know that
I
before I can give
Alright,
you
before
how
I,
he can do that.
Okay,
Like,
before I tell you
no-
what he does, yeah?
Go on.
All right. Who... Like, so Harry Kane, who do you compare him to? What kind of striker? Knowing how Harry Kane plays.
Benzema.
Benzema, Lewandowski,
Yeah,
them kind of...
man,
Okay.
yeah.
So who would you compare Firmino to? That's what I'm asking you. You don't need to
Just-
know what he
No, but
does.
just because his game is very unique doesn't make him better than anyone.
I didn't say he's better.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I'm
that can't be
not...
the comparison.
I,
Who can play like him? No
wait,
one.
wait,
Zero.
I didn't say... This is what we're dealing with.
Just because there's no one comparable to his game doesn't make him better than
I didn't say he's better than everyone,
Okay.
but I'm saying what he does is exceptional. Like
But
there's not
I
man
need
that
to
you
know-
can't go through an academy and build a Firmino. It's such a unique thing
What
that
does
he
he
does,
do?
and he can fit into only certain teams. He can't play for every
What
single
does
team.
he do?
Bro, he's the link man to how Liverpool play through the midfield, through the front line. He is, and also when they're defending. So when the midfielders
Oh,
got the
that's
ball,
you see that? Yeah, if I was a striker and a man are saying what I do is defend,
Allow me,
Mine's
man.
gone,
This is
man.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
but-
Just
Mine's
allow
gone.
me,
Okay, but
man.
this is
I'm
the-
one of
Allow
my
me.
best attributes is
He's
my
defending. Allow me, man.
you
Do
lot-
you get what I'm
this is-
saying? Allow me.
okay,
man.
but wait, hold on.
That's so mean.
Okay,
but
the
go
way
on.
the way Liverpool, how do Liverpool play? Do you even know?
they're high pressing
High
team,
press.
bro.
So where does that start from? The goalkeeper. So where does it start from?
Of
If you
course
don't
it
have,
starts- of course
if
it
you
starts
don't
on
have
the front
Firmino, Liverpool cannot do what they do. You see that Jurgen Klopp when he first come in.
So you can't teach a
And
striker
he's-
to press.
No, you can't.
Okay.
Can you teach Heskey to press?
Heskey.
Yeah.
Why, would
But
you
why
want
are we-
Heskey?
why are we-
I'm just asking.
Yeah, of course you can.
No,
Teach
but
him to
are
press,
we
of course.
screaming it like?
You lot are
Are
mad.
we? Are we
He does it
screaming-
at a great
lot are
level,
mad.
but you can teach a
No,
player
but
to
are we
press.
screaming that
Can't teach him to press,
he's
bro.
the initiator of the press, and so it
Yes.
comes from him.
Yes.
So he
When
knows-
he goes, they're all going. 100%. And, you can't argue
and
that.
that makes him a great player.
No, it's adding to his
That
attributes.
he can sprint fast and initiate pressure.
Bro, you asked
on,
me,
man.
you
No,
asked
but
me
hold
what
on,
he
hold on.
does.
How much of this is Firmino and how much of this has been taught? Because Liverpool didn't just win, they just won the league last year, right?
And
Like,
he was their
Klopp's been
number
there.
9.
Yeah, Klopp's been there how many years?
This is his fourth season.
Firmino's
Right?
been there how many years?
Same time. Not same time, but longer
Yeah.
than
So
he
we-
inherited him.
So
He didn't
so
buy
we can
Firmino.
assume that that process has been taught in some way.
Okay, it's been taught. When a
So
manager comes
it's
in,
not unique in the sense that, like, I'm sure you can find someone
Yeah.
with the same skill set as Firmino and teach them how to press. It's not like
okay, so Jurgen comes into Liverpool Football Club, and as any manager in the world, yeah, especially ones that have been successful, if you're not part of what they do or what you can do or what you bring to the table fits to what they want, are you going to be at the club?
no, of course not.
Okay. You see the way Firmino plays, he's not a Jurgen Klopp player. If you've seen how his Dortmund team plays, he's not. He had Aubameyang up front. He had man that can run very, very, very fast and bang goals.
And they did well, that team.
But because Firmino, yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying he's not a Jurgen Klopp player, but because he's that good, he's kept him in the side and made him lead the front line for Liverpool. That's what I'm trying to say
He's
to you.
adapted his game.
No, I don't think he's adapted his game.
He wasn't that good from out the gate. Like, man, are just talking about Firmino from last season because they won the league. Like, what was he the 2 years before?
But this
I'm not
is,
screaming.
okay, this is what I'm saying to you. And no one's still screaming his name because no one
shouldn't
rates
be.
him. That's what I'm saying. You're saying I only
rate him. I think he's a good player,
but
but he's not a top forward. You're going on like he's a super elite, one of the top forwards in the world. He's not.
I never said he was, but
Okay.
I am saying
He's
people,
good. I rate him.
he's underrated. He's not. People don't see it as he's not good.
He's rated exactly where he should be.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly where he should be. Let me tell you why.
But he's
If you're a top
underrated.
if you're a top
underrated.
forward,
Bro, he's underrated.
No, if you're a
the
top
way you man are
forward-
talking about him is mad.
No, if
like,
you're a top-
he's just a good player.
if
You
you're a
lot are
top
crazy, fam.
if you're a top forward in a top team, your output has to be higher than what Firmino's is.
to.
It has to.
Like,
Simple.
what are we talking
Bro,
about?
Come on, man.
It depends what team you play in,
No,
bro.
you're a forward in a top team in the world.
Okay, so how does he manage to carry on playing for Liverpool?
He's got Salah and Mane
Wait,
taking
hold on.
30 goals.
Wait. So you're telling me Liverpool can't go and buy a 30-goal man and put him up front instead of Firmino and then have three of them?
No, because it
Not
works.
easily.
Why
No.
not? Why not?
Easily. It's
Because it
not
would take
that
away
much
from
on the market.
It would take away from the goals of Salah and Mane. So it works well because it lets them do whatever they want.
So he's a big part of what they do going forward as a team.
But he doesn't actually,
Okay.
like I said, have that many assists or get that many goals. So for me, to be a forward in that front three, you have to get
For
more
Liverpool?
of both of them. Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
So if
So the standards are becoming lower.
if
bro.
you
what will be
bought him-
interesting? What will be interesting is if Salah or Mane's input goes down, and we start to see people are gonna start saying, "Oh, Firmino needs to input more."
But it happened-
because they're banging,
bro.
it's
This,
fine.
this reminds me of just like the old school, like
see-
Heskey Owen shout, like
You see when
Heskey-
Firmino
if
don't
Heskey
play-
don't play, Owen don't do his things. Like it's all mad.
See when Firmino don't play, it's only recently they bought that Diego Jota.
Yota, yeah.
He's been
Before
playing
him,
well.
before him, every time Firmino's been injured or missing, Liverpool ain't the same going forward. And Liverpool fans will tell you that themselves. They're not the same team. They miss him when you see when Salah don't play, they just miss his goals. That's it. They don't miss nothing else. Only recently,
How can you say that,
bro,
though?
only recently that they bought this Portuguese don, and he is wavy, like wavier than what I thought.
So can Firmino not get an output like Yota's that we've seen?
And do the things he's doing.
I don't think he's done anything more than Firmino. He's just come on and he's just performed. Like he's not done nothing.
In the
more.
same, I'm probably sure. I'd have to check, but I'm sure he's probably got the same amount of goals or very similar amount of goals to Firmino and played a lot less games. So that's my point.
He's been injured this season. You can't judge him on this season. He's been injured.
Okay,
He's been out.
Yeah. fine.
So
Or over that same period. So if you look
He
at last
can't
season,
take-
whatever,
he-
but he doesn't get that many goals or assists. That's my point. Is that for a striker in the top team, you cannot have that low output.
yeah, but
And the
that's
idea
your
that
opinion,
Liverpool
though,
don't
isn't it?
do well when he's not there
It's a fact.
is a fact.
It's a fact.
And you're but you're talking about a league winning side. If you take out and the team was consistent for the whole season, that's the argument you can say for any winning team. If you take Kevin De Bruyne out of Man City, if you take Fernandes out of United, like if you take players who are part of the consistent starting 11, of course it's gonna take.
No, but it's not just that. Like you think I'm saying, like take him out, team don't perform. He is a big part of the whole. Like even the way they do, they don't play the same. They have to change their style of play because he's missing. They have to adapt because he's missing. Whereas like Man United, let's say Bruno Fernandes, obviously they're not the same team, but you could just put another number 10 in there and just throw him in, and they still carry on playing the way they are. But obviously the player in there is not as good, if that makes sense. Liverpool,
Firmino, like man who don't know about Firmino,
Liverpool.
don't know about ball.
I hate
These
that
man are
shit.
saying,
bro, I'm telling you,
It comes
man,
from this place on Twitter where everyone thinks they're a super football expert and just
But
wants to see
but everyone thinks
oh look,
Firmino's-
no one's talking about this player, so let's talk about him and see how great he is. Like he's a good player, isn't it? But let's not overdo
Nah,
it.
you man
That's
are not-
my thing. Let's not overdo
like-
it.
you don't just
Allow
want
it,
to
man.
see stats. You just want to
It's
see.
not about stats.
That's what
it
you're
has
saying,
to be
though.
more. It has to be more.
So you're saying he don't? What does he do?
like,
Nothing.
what does he
You're
get?
saying
Like
he done nothing,
8-9 goals a season? That's not good enough.
bro.
Is that good enough?
It's not, but what I'm saying to you is that's not
That's
what
my
he's
point.
there for. Klopp he ain't got him there to score. If he was
No, but I
there to
hear
score
that, but you can
25
still-
goals,
you can
would he
still
carry
score
on
more than
playing?
that.
Would he carry on playing if
If
he's
you
there
give
to
me
score
a
goals?
13-14, I'll be about fine. And you can do your thing.
Bro, he does things like goal line. He's giving it to next man to score, bro. He don't. He's thinking.
Like once in a blue moon.
Once
Come on.
you man
Like
are
once or
bro.
twice,
Are
like,
you
come
mad?
on,
This is
man.
how I know you don't watch Firmino.
What do you mean? Well, he does that all the time. He goes in the goal line, passes it next door, and someone taps it
Bro,
in. Like, how many times did that happen? Come on,
I'm
bro.
exaggerating when I say goal line.
Yeah.
Bro, he passes the ball when he could bag himself to next man.
Not
That's
all
just
the
a
time,
play.
because you
Bro,
look at his assist stats, and they're not that high either.
but he does it, bro. He does it.
Yeah, he
like
does, but
he could go. He could be the difference between 10 and 15 goals if he just bags himself. But he does not. He's not there for that. If there was so much pressure on him to score goals, you don't think he'll be bagging them or trying to shoot, even trying
Man
to
said
shoot.
he initiates the press.
But
so
I also
it's
feel
dog.
like he misses a lot of chances as well.
I don't think he does.
If you ask Liverpool, there's a number of times I've seen him and he misses big chances.
I don't know about big chances.
He's missed a few big chances, especially this season. I've seen him missed a few big chances.
But that's a generic thing.
I feel like we're focusing too much.
We might have to do a next debate on Firmino.
Shout out Firmino, innit?
But you're not cold if you think Firmino's cold. Like, I'm just letting you know, innit?
This is the guy that watches one game a season on football. This one here.
I've been on the round the block, innit? So allow me. I don't need to watch football. I'm educated like that.
You ain't been to the favelas.
All right, so let's talk about United, where Pogba's almost been freezed out of the team, it seems, and he's starting to come back now. But it seems like the preferred like midfield pivot is McTominay and Fred.
Horrible.
Do we think that Man United have a chance of winning the league this year? I genuinely think they do.
I actually do believe it. Like, as much as I don't like their team's just horrible. Like apart from like Rashford, Bruno, Martial. Like, I like Martial. I can't lie. I think he's a good player, man. He's a good player. Like,
and
he scores goals.
They're not in the Champions League. They can focus energies. But them three players, like anyone else, like Greenwood, like I like him. I like him. But I don't know. I just feel like because he's a number 9, isn't it? He's not playing through the 9, so it's hard to judge him. He's playing on the right. He's a young kid coming through. You've just thrown him on the right. But again, they're forwards. I feel like there's a lot in the forward area that can score goals.
A lot of
at
pace,
crucial
very
times.
direct, good finishers.
Yeah, my thing would be defensively. I'm not so sure.
Oh, their back four is terrible.
If it's
like, I know they're second in the league, but obviously
I don't like Luke Shaw. I actually like Bailey though. I think if he can be consistent,
He's just come back in though. He's been injured, isn't it? Yeah. He's just come back in and he looks good,
solid.
But on the Pogba point, you're saying him being frozen out. I think it is time for him to go. I think.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Pogba, but he hasn't performed. So I can understand it.
You're saying he hasn't performed. Who has really performed for Man United?
I agree.
Like, you're putting Fred and McTominay ahead of Pogba because they're performing. Yeah. No, they're not performing. Don't say they're performing.
The thing is he's not doing his duties in an attacking sense.
Yeah,
but he's not doing his defensive.
But United haven't been free flowing. And then because it's Pogba, so you see, like when Man United are playing and Fred's doing nothing, no one's saying Fred's not had a good game.
He's not expected to.
I hear that, but why do you not play Pogba? And even if he's not expected to, you still know in the back of your mind he could win you the game. Fred ain't gonna do nothing.
He don't do his defensive duties, isn't it? So if you're not gonna get this flow going, and you're not gonna defend.
Okay, I hear that, but he's not gonna cost you a goal. I hear you saying defensive duties, but he's not gonna cost you a goal. And the other thing is he could win you a game. Fred, he's not gonna stop a goal. He's not gonna save you the game, and he's not gonna win you the game. Yeah. So why are you playing?
So I think with the Pogba, he hasn't won the game enough.
That's
what the point is. So
that's mad though, because you're not playing in a free-flowing team. You're playing in a bang average team, expected to be the man every single game. Like, give him a run.
Fernandes has come in and said, "Sod all that stuff. Yeah. I'm just gonna grab every single game like this and win it." So that's why it makes Pogba look even worse.
Yeah. I hear that. But maybe we rate him more than what he is. Yeah. Maybe it's that. I don't know. Maybe it's that. I'm a fan of Pogba. I rate him. I would play him regardless because I know in a heartbeat he could win you the game. Bang. But he's never going to lose you the game. Yeah. I hear what they're saying. He's not running around. Bro, he's not a box to he's a box midfielder.
Really box to box now.
But he's not like an 8. Like, don't get me wrong, he gets up and
British
down.
type of 8.
Yeah, he's not going to tackle. He's not a John McGinn. He's not a John McGinn that's going to run. He's not that player. So why are we comparing him to Fred? Yeah. It's like saying he's not going to win you the game. Why are we playing Fred?
Yeah.
But because defensively he's not running, we got to judge him.
Like Marquisio, Juventus, he's the number 8, right? But he's not someone who's sprinting around rattling everyone. He's just more of like a European style, kind of floats around the midfield and gets people playing. That's more what I think Pogba is. But it looks like he'll go. But where's he gonna go? That's my thing.
He's gonna go Madrid,
PSG or Madrid. I think.
I reckon Madrid.
You reckon?
I think he should go back to don't go Madrid, man.
He's gonna go Madrid.
They're gonna finish him.
Yeah, they're gonna hound him over there.
He's gonna go Madrid.
You think?
And he's gonna do a mad thing.
Safety would be PSG.
100%.
You reckon?
100%. Because you see Pogba, he can turn it on when he wants, and I feel like he hasn't played cold enough because he don't rate like the manager. He actually doesn't rate the manager.
You think?
Like, he just don't rate him.
Yeah.
Bro, you've seen what Pogba can do. Yeah. And you could tell even when he's playing, he's not himself. Like, he's just playing because I got to play football, innit?
Yeah.
If Pogba decides today we're gonna win this game, they're gonna win the game. Like, no one can deny that. But I don't feel he's not happy where he is. I don't think he's happy, and you're right. It's time for him to go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's a myth.
So what about Spurs? Your team.
Yeah.
What do you lot think that you lot can mount an actual challenge this year and not wait till the last 5 games and bottle it? Respectfully.
Why is he doing that?
This is what I mean. We're not gonna bottle it last 5 games because you know why? You know why?
He answered it directly.
Yeah, but you know why? Because we're not even gonna get to that stage.
No,
like everyone's before. Like it's not even a bottling thing. Like we just had a good run and was up there, and everyone else was shit. We're not ready to win a Premier League title. I don't think people understand what it takes to win a Premier League title.
Yeah.
You need a free-flowing team, good in all the.
You need to do it soon though, because Kane's not exactly a youth man anymore.
I don't think he's gonna go anywhere.
He won't go anywhere, but we'll see now. 29.
Yeah, but we can't because
I think he's like 27, 28.
Bro, you need to spend heavily. You can't win a league title with Dyer and Alderweireld as your centre backs.
But why not though?
How?
No, but like Leicester won the league. Like
Yeah, that's. Do you know what?
3
Like,
good Leicester 3 dope players.
Leicester have thrown a lot of teams' excuses out the window.
Yeah, like
it's a freak of a season.
It's a freak of a season. It's never gonna happen.
No, but this is a freak of a season though. This COVID thing, this could be something you could capitalize on.
No, what they done as a team is it's just something wild. It's not gonna happen again.
They had 3 dope players that won the league.
But do you think that like takes a lot of excuses away? It
does.
That like every chairman can scream, but Leicester done it on a
yeah, but that's dumb, innit? Like we can't just throw, Leicester done it, everyone else can do it. Because where are they now?
What do you mean where are Leicester now?
They're 3rd.
No, but they're not competing to win the Premier League title, are they? Every season, are they?
I mean,
ain't they been up there last couple of years?
What, at the top to win the league?
Not to win the league, but
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
yeah, but right now, I think apart from like the teams from 3rd, up until like 8th, anyone can be up there. Right. It's like the way the football is this season, anyone can be up there. And look at the point. When you look at the points tally, it's like 5 points between 3rd and 10th even.
Yeah,
so it's mad. But for Tottenham, we're not. I don't think we're ready yet. You can't have Aurier as your Aurier, my bro.
He's actually been playing alright this season, though.
Let me.
No, he does 1 or 2 howlers. That's what he is. He's kind of like Bailey in that way. He'll play consistent, and then he'll do a howler.
I'm gonna go. Right, we might have to edit this bit. Let me explain to you what Aurier is. Yeah. Let me explain to you what Aurier is. I want to compare him to something else, but I'm going to compare him to a man. You see, there's certain man, certain types of human beings. Yeah. They love that good lifestyle. Yeah. You know, eat good. Yeah. Drink well, as in alcohol. Go out
belly
weekends.
Full.
Go out, have a wild time. Do a mad thing.
Enjoy your
and
life.
you know what I mean by a mad. I wouldn't know, but you know what I mean by a mad. Like they're going
enjoy your life.
Yeah, they're gonna have a great time.
Great time.
And then they meet that one woman. Yeah, they meet that one woman, and they're like, "I'm done with the game." Eventually, though, man start to swerve. They go back to what they know. You know, like you still got your missus there. You know what I mean? Start going out.
Start dipping back into the old life.
They start doing a mad thing on the side. You start dipping because that's not you, innit? That's not you, the man to be settled, and that's not you, innit? You know what I mean?
Getting personal with him.
No, but this is what you see. So now you get what I'm saying.
What about analysing his life, innit?
You see how Aurier's been playing?
Yeah.
It's not himself.
It's not himself. He's going to go back to the
Mourinho is basically the missus that he's found, has got him in check. But he veers off and does a mad thing. Like when he gave that penalty away and got dragged. You see what
Aurier done the mad thing.
Did you see what he done? Are you bro? Did you see what he done? He ran into a man at 100 miles an hour head first.
He's such a bush defender. It's so funny.
But this is what I'm saying. That is him veering away from his missus and doing his thing. That's the real Aurier. But now it's just that. Like I said, Mourinho was the missus and got him in check. But it's only so long that he's going to cost you games. And he's done it. He's come back to what he is. Then he's going to have a few good games. Then when it matters, he's going to do a mad thing. So Aurier's got to go.
Can you talk to me about Harry Winks and how he seems to start for Spurs?
No.
I think he's bang average at best. I don't know how he plays for England.
He's going to do this Firmino stuff now.
And I don't know how he starts. I don't know how he starts for Tottenham.
He's going to do this Firmino stuff.
Probably.
You ain't seeing it if you ain't.
See Harry Winks?
That pissed me off, you know.
See Harry Winks?
Yeah.
He's a myth.
He's a myth. Like,
I'm going to have to. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'm a big Tottenham fan. I've seen him
grow up. It's an untrue story.
I've seen him play for like the 18s, the 23s, and thought this kid's got something. We let go of Tom Carroll Harry Winks.
The story was a lie.
See,
lied.
Pochettino.
They lied.
Pochettino gave him a career. Put it that way.
Pretty much, isn't it?
He don't do nothing exciting, but do you know what he? Do you know what he is?
Not a thing.
Do you know what he is?
Not even one thing.
But do you know what he is? He is a man that you need around the club.
I hear it.
Like he's a training ground player.
Yeah, very uncontroversial. Going to do everything the manager wants.
He
like,
will
all
be
of that
there
stuff.
every session.
Yeah.
Tuesday night when we're playing them dead teams, he's gonna be on it. He's gonna, boys, let's go. Because he's been at Tottenham all his life. He's a good professional. But when Poch was in charge, he played a hell of a lot of games than he should have. Mourinho's come in and has toned it down and said,
what
look,
is that,
we're
though?
going
Is
to
that
keep you
just
around.
like manager taking a liking to someone? Because
Yep.
you know that happens a lot, innit? Like,
But-
I like this kid. Like, I just like this kid.
Yeah, but that's what Pochettino's problem was at Tottenham. There was too many, he was too loyal to too many players. And that's why I think we could have never done anything with that Tottenham team while he's in charge. Because he, like Champions League final, Harry Kane hasn't trained or played. You're playing him the 90 minutes.
That's mad.
Don't get me wrong, you want to start
And he
him,
was
cool,
looking
no problem.
sloppy that game.
After
He
Lucas
was-
just bagged the hat trick as well. It was on
Yeah,
fire.
it's a mad thing. Like,
Kane was
don't get me wrong,
terrible.
you can start him because he's your talisman, innit?
Yeah.
Like, he deserves to play. But when you saw the way he was playing
Yeah.
on the do
Got
Gotta yank him.
you know what's
drag
mad?
him.
Do you know
Gotta
what's, this is
drag
how
him.
you know Klopp is one of the coldest managers and why he was always going to win that game. Firmino was in the same situation as Kane. He was injured, hadn't have played nothing. Started him, 55th minute or 60th minute. What happened? Firmino come. Next man. What did we do? Kane, you're playing regardless. Bro, you could see he's moving sluggish. You couldn't run. You couldn't pass. You couldn't do nothing. Drag him. Like, get him off the pitch. Get a next man on. And it's just been interesting to see what it does. Yeah, that's the difference. But, yeah, we ain't
So
really.
they're not challenging.
Let's go to the other side of the league. Let's talk about Sheffield United, who had a very good season last season.
There's so many things getting brought up. Like, I've heard people scream that Sheffield United's like the coldest thing that they've seen in a long time. And
Shout out Scorch on that one, yeah. And AC Gappers. AC Gappers.
shout out you.
Hey,
man.
these man were screaming. Hey, you know what?
Let's not go there. But I've heard it.
But you know what's cold about AC Gaffers, yeah? Like, they screamed this at the start
Yeah.
and have now realised
Okay.
They
they
said
got
the
it,
mad
they
thing.
got it
Okay,
wrong.
cool.
Cold.
Respect.
I rate
Okay,
that.
cold,
I rate
cold.
that. I rate
Respect,
that.
respect.
Played you, man. Played.
Cold.
But I can't lie. I was.
You was one of
He
them.
was on the train as well. Oh no, bro.
You know why? Alright, I'm gonna like. Do you want me to explain?
Yeah,
Go on,
explain.
break it down.
What were you gonna say though?
Yeah, go on. Yeah,
I was gonna say they're terrible.
Okay, but what did you think
wait,
last
no,
season?
but-
When they were doing the mad thing,
So
what did you
I
think?
thought that they played very, very good football. Like, especially being a centre back myself, I like the fact that centre backs were driving out with the ball. It was very expressive. They weren't like, oh yeah, we're a championship team. We're gonna just sit in and try and counter attack. They're like, we have a style of play. We're gonna play it cold. But you cannot rest on your laurels. They didn't make many signings. Then they've signed Ryan Brewster from Liverpool. He's a young boy, no Premier League experience, on big money, and said, you're going to be the saviour. That was never going to really work out.
Don't forget Ampadu.
And Ampadu. And obviously, like, Ryan went to my school and that respect and all of that. But it's a lot of pressure on a young boy's head
Shoulders. Yeah.
to never have played any Premier League, go there on big money, and be the guy that turns things around.
Facts.
So I think they've got it wrong in the fact that they have a style of play and they want to play it, but if it's not working, it's not working. You have to change it up. Like, 2 points from 17 games
It's embarrassing.
is embarrassing. Like, you have to
At
switch
any
it up.
level.
Do you know?
And the owners, I think, have also been a little bit scared there. You got to get him out. Your manager's produced 2 points in 17 games. This is the Premier League.
Get out.
You got to
get out.
sack him. You have to.
Nah,
If you're
let's
performing
not
like that
call
in a
for
normal-
managers getting sacked.
No, but if
in
you're
these COVID times, everyone needs a job.
if you're
bro.
performing like that in a normal job, you're getting sacked.
Points. You got 2
But how this is like such
and you were cold last season.
2 draws, 15 loss.
such a downward spiral. How have you been at such a height for Sheffield?
This is
and
where
then,
we
such a
separate
decline?
the
How has that
elite.
happened?
This is where we separate the
Yeah, but that's a
elite.
huge decline.
Yeah, it is. But this is where you separate the elite managers and the fluky ones. Okay? So when they come on the scene, they come with this mad formation. Like
No
you
one
said,
knows what's going on.
left centre back overlapping the wing back,
Mad thing.
right centre back running through the middle as a centre forward and bagging and just
But the
doing
other team's looking at them like, I don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is why I think they done well because
exactly.
people couldn't figure out what they were doing
Yeah.
and couldn't like. You couldn't.
But they couldn't figure out how stupid it was. I think that's the main thing. They couldn't figure it out, and they couldn't figure out how stupid it was. Like, you are having your left-sided centre half overlap your left winger and all this kind of stuff. Like, I'm just gonna stand here. Innit? You can't do that. But people were like, "Oh, I need to run after the centre half."
It's too late.
Why is he running? Like you get confused, right?
It's too late. But it's too late by then.
But it's too late. They bagged.
Yeah. But and they caught a lot of teams.
But now it's like, you lot can't do that.
And now it's like, oh, this is how you lot still sticking to the same. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Hold this.
Yeah, literally.
Counter attack. Goals. Where's your defenders?
Facts.
No defenders. Nothing. You ain't got nothing now. And this is why I talk about Pep as being like one of the best. Like, people are not seeing his results, but he's progressing the way Man City play. See how football is being played. Yeah. He is always progressive. Yeah. He's not playing as he like people say they're playing the same way as in like pass play. But when you look in terms of their patterns, they've changed the way they play.
Yeah, the build-up play and stuff.
The build-up play has changed because if you watch Man City's goals last year, all their goals were down the sides, cutbacks.
Yeah, cutbacks, bare cutbacks.
And now, what is it? It's not fullbacks are not overlapping. It's wingers being slipped in off the line and scoring.
Yeah.
Do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
It's you might say, but that's progressive football because you've now teams don't know what you're gonna do, so now they can do both. Yeah. That's a progressive manager. Sheffield United have decided, we're cool. We've done the same thing. We'll just we need to progress. We need to score more goals. We'll just buy a striker. Yeah, and then we just carry on doing what we're doing. And there's no ideas. They've carried on playing this free at the back and not changed it in 17 games.
That's mad.
Like, what are you doing on the training pitch? Are you trying to perfect something that's dead and buried?
It's done.
Everyone knows you need to move on.
Facts.
I would rather, don't get me wrong, I'll stick to my guns and go, you know what? I'm like, I'm not gonna go down unless we're gonna do it my way. I'm not gonna be forced to changing the way I play. Fair enough. But at one point, you're gonna have to try something different because you're not getting the results. And if you don't, you're gonna lose your job. So unless he's happy to lose his job on that formation, then it's done for them.
But if they don't sack him now, or they haven't sacked him, they should have already sacked him. If they don't sack him now, they're just going to stay with him until they get relegated.
And Sam Allardyce is gone. Like, there's no Sam Allardyce to save you.
I think they're just going to stay with him till they get relegated, and then he'll just try and bring them back up, I guess.
Do you think they can do that again? They you know when they come up, their team wasn't the sickest team.
No.
They just had an efficient team that what they were doing worked. You can't just keep doing the same thing. And I don't see him as he's a good manager, don't get me wrong, but he's not a progressive manager.
No, it's true.
He has his ways and he's kind of stuck to his ways.
He's the kind of manager who'll be like, it's the players' fault. Like, I've set up the right framework.
Yeah, like we've done this last season. Why are you not doing it again?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's exactly the type of manager that it's the players' fault.
Look at the stats. We're not covering enough ground. Okay, we're gonna get fitter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Allow it.
Just change
but
the way
the framework's wrong.
Yeah. So who else do we think is gonna go down? Because we've got West Brom
Fulham,
down there,
West Brom,
Fulham, Brighton, Burnley.
Okay, West Brom,
they're gone.
Like, I know they got Sam Allardyce in and all of that, but the West Brom players.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, you just look at certain teams. And
I said
your players ain't good, man.
Nah,
they ain't.
The players,
for the Premier League, obviously they're good players. Or whatever, but like Premier League,
for them to stay up, which I think is doable because they're on 8 points. The next team that's out, like 17, 16, 15 are on 16 points, 18 points, whatever. If they sign 5 signings, and Sam Allardyce will do that.
You think?
Because he done that, the same thing at West Ham.
That's probably why they brought him in, to be fair.
That's what he done at West Ham. That year that they was going up, he made 2 signings to get them up. One was Vazte.
Cold.
No one knew who. Don't tell me Cold. You didn't know who he was, bro.
As in, he did Cold. That's
what
I'm saying.
Like he bagged that goal. That's all he's remembered for. And then he disappeared like he wasn't there. So he brought this guy out of nowhere in a January transfer window. Come in, bag goals, scored. Bro, he disappeared after that. He was gone. Like, that's what Sam Allardyce can do. He knows players that no one knows about, brings them in, does the job. See you later. Thank you very much. Here's your paycheck. Done. So I think he's going to make 5 signings, and he's already made one, a big one. Snodgrass.
Good signing. I actually really like Robert Snodgrass as a West Ham fan.
Do you know why he signed Snodgrass?
Whips.
He knows set pieces are massive to get out of this league.
He's got tech.
He can cross a ball, so he's like, okay, he can cross a ball. So set pieces, we've got a guy that can do it. Because they got no one that could cross the ball at West Brom. No one. And he, like Sam Allardyce's way, set pieces, headers, all of that stuff. So that's 10 goals already there guaranteed from Snodgrass. Whether it's a cross or a set piece, guaranteed. Now it's about who else can he sign. around it. And I think he needs to get centre backs in and a striker. I don't think he don't care about midfield. To him, midfield's a myth. It's two centre backs, and he needs another striker. That's it, and that's how they're gonna play.
So, but as it stands, based on what we know, they're going down. Do you reckon?
Nah, I don't think they'll go down. I think he'll save them. If he
Well,
makes
their
5
team was
signings,
Fulham.
if he makes 5 signings, he's saving them. If he don't make 5 signings, they're
I
going
just
down.
think Fulham have got more about them.
No, I don't believe that.
Their team dead as well, man.
No, I think they've got more about them than West Brom.
No, they look like they have. Like they play football. They try. Bro, that ain't getting you out.
That's not getting you out.
It's not getting you out, bro. It's not.
Because you see
It's
when
not
you're
gritty enough.
You see that nice football is good when you're in the middle of the table or when you're in form. When you're not in form, see them 5-yard passes, they will feel like they're 20-yard passes and your legs feel heavy because because you give that ball away, it's a goal.
Yeah.
So it's not
True.
Yeah, like they look like they can play. Brighton, I like Brighton.
But I feel like they've been clinging on a little bit.
Yeah.
For the last couple of years in the Premier League, they
Yeah.
kind of just finish around 16th,
Yeah.
17th. Like they don't really progress. They don't really finish in the mid-table. That's to me. Maybe I could be wrong, but I don't feel like they've progressed as a Premier League team.
But they've also changed managers in that time.
True.
So
I think Burnley might be alright.
I like Sean
Burnley
Dyche, you
might be
know.
alright.
huh?
Like I like him as the way they play and all that's horrible, but he just gets like average man and gets the best out of them. That's what I think he does as a manager.
Times are done for that, man. We're in the Premier
I
League,
think they'll
bro.
survive though.
I think they'll survive.
I think they'll survive, but we need to get rid of managers like that, man. We got to get rid of managers like that because
Not
imagine
really bringing anything to the league.
There's
like.
no-
But at the same time, they haven't got the budget to bring in
You see the
amazing
but
players.
Again, like
He-
Leicester,
wait,
that
wait.
excuse goes out the window.
I'm not having that. I'm not having that.
It does go out the window in these modern times. With
I'm
the
not
Leicester.
having that. About that. He wouldn't sign a flary player.
Yeah. Even if that's the thing. Yeah, that's
He
a
wouldn't
good point.
sign him.
Even a lot of these,
Even if there was
you
one
give-
available for
that's
free,
what
he
I'm
wouldn't
saying.
sign him.
Even a lot of these managers, if you give them P's, like I don't think they're signing the right man. You know.
They're signing what fits their frame.
Yeah.
What they see their team as.
So they'll look for if they.
Burnley's team are like
Peter Crouch is your
6'4".
team. If Peter Crouch is your team, you're looking for the best Peter Crouch.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what they're looking for. Like he's not a progressive manager, and I just feel sorry for boys that are in the academies trying to make you got a dinosaur as your manager. So unless you can run and you're 6'3", you're not having a career at Burnley Football Club.
Yeah.
But the dream is like obviously they got that Dwight McNeil or whatever that come through. But he's 6'3" and plays out wide. How many 6'3" left wingers? He's always gonna have a career at Burnley because one, you're 6'3" and you're left footed and you can cross the ball and run. So you're gonna play.
Yeah, your pattern.
What about all the other ones that are not 6'3" and got a bit about them? Because they're Premier League club, I'm guessing they've got players on their books.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna see them. So like managers like that, we need
So
to.
what do you reckon? They might go down.
No, I don't think they will because they've got enough in it. They got a good strike force. Their centre forwards are.
So do we reckon the bottom 3 right now are the ones that's going down?
I would
You think West Brom are going to stay?
I think Brighton are going to get sucked in. For some
think?
reason. Yeah, I don't think they've got enough to like. With Sam Allardyce, he just knows, innit? I don't think the manager knows how to get out of a relegation battle at Brighton. So, but I like Brighton.
Yeah, I do think it's going to be those 5 that are there though. I don't think anyone else is going to get dragged in. I don't think Newcastle will get dragged in or Palace.
I don't think so.
Nah, not Palace. I think they're alright.
So yeah. What about a couple mid-table teams? What about Arsenal?
What about them?
What's going on over there?
Nothing.
Like,
Same thing that's been going on for the last 15 years, man.
no, but this season has just been like Aubameyang's been a pile of dog shit this whole season.
There's stale man at the club, man. They need a big revamp. Like
They need
Aubameyang's
a
good.
whole
Yeah,
new
like
team.
Aubameyang's good, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I said, you see them players that have been there from before. You got to get rid of them.
So
They
like
got
the
to go.
Bellerins and these kind
Yeah,
of
they
players.
got to go. I don't care if they're performing, they're not performing.
Xhaka, these man.
Get rid of them because they're not changing the vibe. They're not changing the mood at the club. And I'm a true like believer in when you're doing something and you're trying to grow, you need the same people on your same mindset. I can imagine these man like Arteta's coming in with new ideas, blah blah blah. But these man, because they're used to a certain way or believe a certain way,
They're not taking it.
they're back chatting behind it. Oh, but that's not gonna work because we like, like when man come in, you want them to be on what you're on. So you see, like the young boys, they come on and people see them as performing. They're just getting on with the job. They're not questioning it, whether it's right or wrong. They don't care. They're like, yep, okay, cool. This is what you want us to do. Let's do it. And because they're giving 100%, you're seeing them perform. Like Saka.
Bukayo Saka. I was gonna say that next. Bukayo Saka.
Like people say he's cold, yeah.
Dope.
He's good. I rate him, but he's not like amazing. But do you know what he does? He does everything like to his maximum. So when he's running as hard as he can. When he's trying to do something, everything's intensity.
Yeah.
So then it makes him look better than because he's just a bit of energy and a bit of belief that, you know what, I believe in this manager. You know what I mean? I believe what he's doing. And you can see the difference in players. Like, it's the same thing as Pogba. I don't think he believes in the manager, so he's not giving him 100%. And I think you got to get rid of, when you're coming in new, you got to get rid of the old that are like, I can imagine Aubameyang and Lacazette after sessions and that, just bantering about what the manager's ideas are because they think they know better.
I think Arsenal are suffering as well from like, like that merging of either like a nice British, not British core, but having like some good British lads around, or some lads that are from the academy and slowly starting to make their way into the first team, and then the more experienced, like international,
looking after them.
Yeah, international.
But I see it as they're threatened.
They don't have that nice kind of, connection or the nice kind of variety like that the top clubs have.
Yeah, I feel it's very old and young. It looks like at Arsenal. So they've got like new young academy prospects and then like very established pros.
But
you see the established pros.
But the established pros are not. They're not really like leaders.
Yeah. No, they look like they're threatened that these young boys are going to take their position.
Yeah.
So like,
it's not merging.
Yeah, it's not like
it doesn't look like there's a unison there. Like the camp's not unified. It looks like there's older players and they all chill together. And younger players, they all chill together. But we have to play together.
Like we got to play together. But I truly believe it's because the older man feel threatened.
But what about this? What about the style they're playing and that?
I think Arteta's coming in for the most part. He's kind of sorted out how they defend. Like they have a way of defending.
It's just not very. The players are not very good.
They're not doing it right, basically. But he has got like a system, and there was a period of time where they were defending really well. Like I really like Tierney as well. I think he's a really good addition. But yeah, like I think they play good football.
Yeah,
I think they play good football.
I think he's got the ideas there. I just feel sorry for him because he ain't got the players, and he's putting like players there that I don't know if he sees it or not. They need to go. Xhaka, you need to go. Like you need to let it go, bro. Like you're not. It's just not happening for you. You're not bringing nothing to the table. Like just go. You're not running around. You can't tackle. You can't.
He's a bad player, man.
He's not a bad player,
I
but
don't think he's a bad player.
I haven't seen him have a very good Arsenal performance. He's a very average. If he played for Burnley and he wouldn't stand out, he would just look like another runner, another player. You're playing for Arsenal Football Club. You need to bring what is Xhaka bringing to the table? Because he's not a super athlete, he's not a super passer, he's not a super leader. So you're just a guy. You're just a guy. So why don't we just put one of the kids in and why don't we just chuck one of the young boys in that are coming through and do the same thing?
Clogging up space, fam.
Yeah, you're just holding onto space. And Arteta is, I don't know what it is not nudging him. He needs to be outed. Him, like El Nene, he's all right. Like he gives you. I prefer him to Xhaka just because he looks like he believes in the manager in terms of like, I'm just going to do what the manager wants me to do. If he wants me to get and pass it under pressure and I lose it, the manager's told me to do it, so I'm going to do it. He's just not very good. It's not his fault.
What do you think about Chelsea?
Do you think? I actually like Chelsea, man.
Why? What the players?
Yeah, like I like.
It's very young. It's very British.
Yeah,
it's quite exciting.
Yeah,
but I don't think they're gonna like do anything with Frank Lampard as the manager.
Like Frank's got to go.
Gotta go
because he's not
good. He's not good.
He got lucky to get the job. Like, let's just keep it real. He's done all right at Derby. He's a legend at Chelsea.
But
he got the job.
Like the kind of
he's coming at the right time
and the flavors and that. Like.
Bro, they've
dope.
signed the right players in every position.
Yeah.
In every position, they've signed the right. They're not gone like we need a left back. Let's just sign anyone. Chilwell is a very good left back.
Yeah.
Like you've gone in and got the best of the best that's available right now.
But Cold. Frank's thing. Will Frank get time?
No.
Yeah.
But Abramovich don't care about.
He will. He'll get time.
How long?
Because he fucked with Frank, man.
He'll get time. So end of this, he'll get this season. He won't get sacked this season. He won't get sacked. As long as he stays in and around that top 4, he's not getting sacked. And he'll get there. He spent a lot of money. But you see with Frank, he's another one. His failures are going to be down to him being too loyal to players.
Like Mason Mount.
He's
a good player.
Well, he's suspect.
He's a good player. But there's other players that should be playing in it.
Suspect.
He's all playing Mason Mount left wing instead of playing Pulisic. Pulisic is dope.
Bro.
Cold.
He's got so much loyalty to Mason Mount.
It's annoying.
Tammy Abraham. It's ridiculous.
Tammy's dope to me, though. I think Tammy's dope.
He's not 20 goals a season, man.
I think you get the right man around Tammy.
But is Werner any better? Is Werner a better option? Or are you saying Giroud should play?
I'm saying Werner needs to be your number 9. You brought in. Wait, hold on.
He looks like the way he shoots and stuff like that. Like, I
mad.
don't think he's that good. I'll be honest with you.
No, fair enough. I agree.
You see the way he shoots and that. Like, it
It's
doesn't
not
look
technically-
cultured. Like,
He's never been a
technical.
techie,
no,
man.
not at all.
He's always needed chances. Even when he was in Germany, he's always needed a few chances to bag. But he's certainly going to get you 20 goals somehow. He's going to get it, and he's going to get it in the big games as well.
Yeah, no, I'm
But
bullish on Chelsea.
you've brought man in, and you're playing them in wild positions.
Yeah,
and
in weird
why are
stuff.
you not playing Tammy Abraham on the left?
Yeah.
What? Because he's 6'3". Werner's a little bit smaller, but will just because he's fast, I'll just put him left wing. And then when the ball lands on his left foot, I expect him to score because I've paid 50, 60 mil for him, bro.
It's a lot of guesswork.
Play man where you brought them into play and judge them on them performances. Put Werner through the 9 for 20 games back to back, and then let's say he misses this chance, he misses that chance, because he probably will put himself in positions where he knows how to score in them positions. I know it sounds mad, but strikers will never put themselves in a position where they like Werner's not going to put himself in a position where he's got to shoot with his left foot, is he? But where he's playing on the left side, the ball's going to land awkwardly for him, where he has to wrap his right foot.
It's
different.
different position. Like,
Put me in the 9, see what I can do. You brought in Havertz to play the number 10, but all of a sudden you're playing 2 number 10s because you don't want to drop Mount, because you need Mount next to that. Bro, you see when you're playing as a number 10, it's a one position where you can free flow, and it's
Mount
like
is the Chelsea wonder kid though, isn't he? Like, it's Frank's bought into that narrative, I guess, isn't it?
fair.
had him at Derby and all of that kind of stuff.
But bro, he's not doing it.
But this is what I'm saying. When a manager just takes a liking to a man,
It's game over.
It's a game over.
But he's put in
But
the
for him,
club.
it's lit though.
it's lit.
It's lit.
Bro, he's on all set pieces.
I mean,
He's
no,
having a
but we've
jolly up.
seen it a lot over many a year. Like Jack Wilshere, similar thing, like with Arsenal, and
He was cold though. He deserved to play.
he was cold. But when it was getting to a point where he wasn't playing cold,
He wasn't really playing though. He was in and out.
No, there was a time.
It was different to Mount, bro. Mount
no,
is
it is different. They are different.
bro.
players.
Mount.
Wilshere's
I've
much
seen
better.
Mount play left mid or right mid. Number 10,
he's just getting
number
played
4.
everywhere.
They're basically saying,
He has to play.
You have to play.
yeah, they're basically saying, okay, we need to play Ziyech. Okay, then he can't play on the right. Oh, we're gonna play Pulisic on the left, so he can't play on the left. Okay, we're gonna play Kante. Okay, all right, we'll just put him next to Kante. Bro, I've seen the kid play left mid, right mid, number 10, number 8,
And
number
then
4.
everywhere, yeah.
And then I'm seeing man
That's
like,
when you know it's forced.
yeah, bro. And then you're bringing man, what's his name? Havertz. Come on, bro.
Dope.
He is 10 times the. I love man. I think he's good. He's young. He's upcoming. Havertz is 10 times the player he is. Put him in the 10. Let him roam and do what he does. Like, let him do what he does. But you see, when you're playing 2 number 10s, you're playing like they're playing a 4 in it. Kante sitting and then Mount and Havertz. Bro, it's a different, because now you know I can't go there because my man's there. So I have to like you can get man marked basically. But when you're playing in number 10, you need to go where the space is. How can I move where the space is if I've only got this part of the pitch and I can't go anywhere else because I'm being marked? So it's different.
What do you lot think of Reece James?
Cold.
I proper rate him. You know.
Like he's better than Wan-Bissaka.
Solid.
I think he's better than
Solid.
Trent.
He's 100% better than
I
Trent.
think he's better than Trent.
Not tech.
Wait.
As a right back.
Overall.
Not as a footballer.
As an overall
I think
player.
Trent's
He's
a
a
better
better defender,
footballer.
definitely better defender.
But-
yeah.
Overall, as an overall, forget
Yeah,
passing.
overall, yeah.
Overall, he's better than
Yeah,
Wan-Bissaka and Trent. He's basically Wan-Bissaka and Trent put together.
Basically, but obviously a little bit less
Technical.
technical than Trent and a little less good.
You know when you say
Wan-Bissaka.
like less technical than Trent. What's what? Because Trent can cross the ball from halfway line.
And he can
Yeah,
strike
but
a
no,
ball,
he
he can
put it in-
score,
and he'll put it on his
pass
sixpence.
well. Like he's not just crossing and hoping
Yeah.
man get on end of it.
I've seen him cross
He's
from bro.
crossing to other players.
Wait, hold on.
Because you know there's a lot of wingers that I'll put like, where are you? I'll put like,
Yeah, just put it in
there's
area.
difference
Bro,
between
he does
crossing
that.
and
He does that.
picking a man out with your cross.
Okay, but
I've
he's
looked up. He's running. I'm gonna whip it into his path.
Facts.
fair enough. But he plays in a different team to what Thing plays in.
Yeah. But I
He
think Reece
plays-
James is better. Genuinely, I think, like we say, I think Reece James is
Oh,
better.
I think he's great. Like if England are going to, he's got to be the number 1 right
I
back
agree.
because he can do. He
do
can,
both,
he can
literally.
defend. He can run. He can play with both feet. He can cross the
Did he
ball.
just bust onto the scene this season?
Pretty
This
much, yeah.
season,
Yeah, pretty much. Like last season, I think.
Let's
it was,
take time then. Let's take time and
No, but he looks good,
Yeah,
man.
like consistent. I haven't seen him have a bad game. I've seen him play well every single
Played well
game.
for England too.
Like you know when he plays, what's gonna happen. You're not like thinking, oh, what's he like? You see with Trent, I can guarantee you now, wingers think I can get at him. He
get
can't-
onto him. Yeah, it's true. It's
I
true.
can get onto. If I get a bit tight to him, get in his face a little bit, he's rap. Bro, the other day when they played, a stat came out and he made 25 or 30 passes or crosses to no one.
Yeah.
What is that?
Played horrible.
What is that? That's mad.
But like, I even remember the first game of the season playing against Leeds, and that Jack Harrison for Leeds was dubbing him up. It was mad. He was dubbing him up.
Teams, I'm telling you, you see when they look at Liverpool, he's the weak link.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you now he's the weak link.
Defensively, yeah.
He's the weak link. Going forward, obviously.
But it's hard because obviously you have to balance it because he's going to fly that way. So you have to make sure that you don't do too much.
But he's like, you see, like with Reece James, there's a little bit of a balance. I'm not saying he's the sickest defender, but players ain't getting at him. No one's going to disrespect him and get at you because I'm here, innit? You might beat me every now and then. You're not coming at me every time. I'm not a mug.
No, that thing.
With, you see if you're a young man playing against Trent, you feel like,
I can probably get at him.
This is the best time to play. Like, if I'm going to play against Liverpool and play on the left side against him, this is perfect for me.
Some stuff.
But what about my team? What about West Ham, who have had some really good form this season? I'm not going to lie, I'm not the biggest fan of David Moyes, and I was kind of calling for his head. And I'm not...
But wait. You know you're calling like for him to get the sack here. Yeah. Why? Like,
no, not now. So
okay,
was.
All right, but even then, because what are you not expecting to achieve? You're a mid-table team.
It's more about the way that we play. I didn't enjoy the way that we played.
But the start of the season was awful, though.
Yeah, I don't really like the way.
But even now you're winning. You're not playing well. What are you talking about?
No,
winning games.
But we have it looks like we have a system, and against.
Are you enjoying watching West Ham now than you was 2 months ago?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Well, because you're winning games.
The start of the season was
Souček and Declan Rice in there actually getting things bubbling about like
stuff like.
Bro, we look good.
You look better than what you was. Yeah. That's what it is. It's not good. You're average. They're average.
And we got
side.
Ben Rama now. He's obviously a dope player. Like,
but he's not doing nothing.
What do you mean? When he's been playing, he's done well.
Done all right.
But yeah, I think we've done well. We'll probably finish around where we are. But one of my favourite teams to watch this season is actually Villa. I really enjoy watching it. Jack Grealish, that boy.
You're like, Grealish, man.
That.
Are you not having him?
Nah, he's good. He's good.
Dope to me. Like
not the way you're screaming him, but it's good.
He's very good.
I think he's one of the best players in the league.
Is it?
Yeah, I think he's that good.
Totti.
He
moves a bit like Totti.
He just glides.
You know what it is?
Strong, good dribbling.
He's got a bit about him. Not just as a footballer. You see, as a person, you could see. Yeah. Like if he was to come and chill with us, he'd be banter.
Yeah.
You could see he's got something about him. He'll have a laugh. He'll have a joke. He's got something about him. There's dope man. Like
Will he move on? Do you think?
Like Pulisic. Dope baller.
Yeah.
If he sat here now, he'd put me to sleep. Like, I know it sounds mad, but you can tell.
No disrespect.
Do you think he'll ever?
You can tell, innit?
Yeah. Do you think he'll ever move to another bigger club, or Villa's in his blood, innit?
I think he should. It'll be the right thing to do for himself, for his career. But I see him as a person that he don't care about all that.
Yeah, true.
He don't care about, I need to go and play for this to prove I'm a boy. Like, this is my city, this is my home. I'm gonna do what I do here, and that's it. Like, I'm not bothered.
If he went to Tottenham, would he be the difference that to maybe make you win the league? Do you reckon?
No, that would be the wrong move for him to come to Tottenham. Okay. Under Mourinho, it wouldn't be the right thing for him to come to Tottenham. If he done that, career's finished. He's finished. Like as much as I'd love him, I would love to have him at Tottenham. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. He's not.
Mourinho will stiffen his whole thing up.
Mourinho. Pause though. Whoa. Whoa. You know,
But I'm not. I think he's very good. I would love to see him at a foreign team. Like abroad, just playing for a top.
Like a Dortmund.
Yeah, like play for
Imagine
Dortmund.
Him on one
or
side,
even like playing in Spain.
Him on one side, Sancho on the other side.
But playing in Spain.
Yeah.
Like he could play in them teams, bro. Yeah. He's that good.
But so why does Gareth Southgate not like really feel him?
He's competing with
Mason Mount.
Nah.
He loves Mason Mount.
He's competing with Rashford. He's competing with Rashford. You're not going to get ahead of Rashford. Rashford's wavy.
Could he not play in the midfield though?
Nah.
Grealish, one of the
I think he should.
What's Grealish? A left winger or 10?
He's a 10, but he plays off the left because of how Villa operate.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like I think he can play anywhere. Yeah. He's just so comfortable on the ball. He can do whatever he wants.
If he's not starting for England in the Euros, I don't know what's going on.
Starting, yeah.
But okay, let's talk about the England team. Like, what do you see the starting team is? Reece James, right back. Gotta be.
What, we playing 4 at the back though?
I don't think he will, but he should. It's the right thing to do. Because we don't have 3 cold defenders.
We don't.
That's the problem.
No, but that's why you play 3 at the back.
No. Why? because you're then putting
Don't
another
disrespect
dead.
the back thing. Well, nah, man.
We haven't got that,
We
bro.
ain't got that.
We ain't got flying.
When I visualize
what is
three
it?
at the back, I always visualize like free athletic.
Yeah, centre back.
Footballing centre halves. Like that's what I.
Or free, like they got to be athletes.
Yeah,
we
have to
don't
be.
have.
That's not
We
even
don't have
questionable.
one, let alone three.
That's
John
not even
Stones or not athletic
No.
enough?
John Stones. Okay, you're gonna put John Stones.
With who though?
John Stones,
Maguire. He's gonna, bro.
Yeah,
you
nah.
see Maguire? He's a fraudster. You see Maguire?
Nah. Maguire's alright, man.
Not a fraud.
alright, man.
Like he's not a fraud.
not a fraud.
But like,
'Cause
he's
he's
not what man are
No, he's
screaming.
not.
Alright.
He's not 80 million. I'll
Yeah.
see that.
Is he top 5 defenders in the league?
No,
Is he top 10?
he's not even the best centre back at Man United for me.
Thank you. But he's gonna play for England. He's gonna play
Wait,
for
who
England.
else though?
Yeah, that's
Huh?
what
Who else?
Him and Stones. Has
Yeah.
to be. Like I was saying, what's his name? Gomez at Liverpool. But for some reason, England don't rate him.
Why though?
I don't know. I don't know why they don't rate him. Bro, he is one of the best.
Yeah, so could we not play
They
like
don't rate his
a
team.
Gomez, Stones, Maguire, or that's getting ripped up?
I think that's getting ripped up.
Well,
Yeah,
like,
rip-
Mbappe's
but
gonna
do
do
you
whatever he
know-
wants
do
to
you
them, man.
No, because do you know why it's getting ripped up? Because your wing backs like
No, do you know what? Do you know
who
what
you playing
though?
as wing backs?
Chilwell and James.
Yeah, but that's best like stiff.
He's stiff.
Yeah.
Like your
But
team
th-
becomes
that's-
so rigid at that point.
And we don't have flary man that can do that.
Like, if we're talking about a Marcelo as your left winger,
Yeah.
and I don't know,
Alves.
yeah, then all right, cool.
But it's not wavy
Nah,
enough.
it's not
But
wavy
also,
enough.
I think we're gonna play free because of Kyle Walker. He's
So
gonna
what-
He'll play
Kyle
right.
Walker,
No, he'll play right centre back.
he's gonna play.
So what?
Kyle Walker will play.
So Kyle Walker, Maguire, Stones.
Yeah, that's what I think it's gonna be.
But we need. We really need a left-footed centre.
I've
If
always
we're gonna
said
play a free,
I-
I don't like the right.
I would
player.
prefer
I don't think we
playing.
have any.
I'd
Yeah, we don't have any.
play Stones because if I could play get Gomez, I would go Gomez and Walker centre backs. Because
What,
at least
in a
no in a two.
Nah.
I'll play them two together. I'll tell you why.
That's Calam.
I'll tell you why.
That is so
calamity.
Calam.
Okay, I'll tell you why. I would rather play them two than play two guys that can't really move and they're suspect to anything. Like, yeah, they can pass the ball, they can read the game. When you're playing against elite man, don't matter what you can read, bro. You can read all you want. Them man are gonna get past you.
Yeah,
At
just
least
with-
with them
just
two,
with pace alone.
at least with them two, you know they're gonna fight you. You're not gonna get past.
I would
Yeah,
I
I
would
hear
play
that.
Stones and Gomez.
Yeah, nah.
Nah.
Yeah, Stones and Gomez.
I'll
but
play Stones and
I
Gomez.
think the way Gomez has been playing, I don't know. I think Walker needs to go into centre back position.
You think?
Bro, I'm telling you,
So
Walker.
yeah, what about the rest of the team? So right back, you're saying Reece James.
Yep. Left back Chilwell, innit? Is the only. Who else is there?
Midfield, I think Rice got to play. I'm not even being biased.
Pardon?
Rice. It's like our defensive midfielder.
There's no. To be fair, I'm saying pardon. Like, there's any other.
Maybe
Stuff
Hendo.
going on.
But Hendo, do you see Hendo as like a defensive midfielder?
Hendo will play in that midfield.
No, but do
Guaranteed.
you see him as a defensive midfielder?
Nah,
I see him as more than that.
box to box.
Yeah.
So who's he gonna play?
So like maybe like a Hendo, Rice, and like a Grealish. That's what I would do.
I would say Grealish definitely in the 10. It'll be Henderson. It'll just be interesting who he puts next to him.
Because if I see Harry Winks, I'm gonna switch.
He's gonna be in the squad.
What about a Rice, Barkley, Grealish, or like a?
Bro, Henderson is Liverpool Football Club captain. He's going to play.
Yeah,
Get that out of your mind that he's not
But
playing.
we're not here to discuss like.
Okay, but he's gonna play, so you can't like. Why would you talk about someone else?
I do like Barkley though. I do like him.
No,
but
but we're
he-
saying,
leave
so
off,
we're
bro.
saying
You
what
can't
we
play for
think
England.
the team will be.
yeah.
Yeah, what we think the team will
Yeah,
be.
then yeah, Henderson. Yeah.
I think
Henderson's
Rice-
definitely gonna be.
I
in
would
it.
do Rice, Hendo, Grealish,
defensive.
but he's probably gonna do Rice, Hendo, Mount.
That's
Nah, no way. Not Mount ahead of Grealish.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think
Because like you say-
if he's gonna play Mount, he'll play deeper next to Hendo.
Because like
Because
you
to
say,
give
That's
us-
even worse.
no, because like you say, it's Grealish competing with Rashford, and Rashford's gonna play.
Yeah.
So
he's
that's
not-
why I say.
and he can't play
you put
anywhere
Mount
else
in the
because
10.
you got Rashford, Sterling, Kane, Myth.
Myth.
That front
Sancho
line.
as well.
Yeah,
Myth.
Sancho.
Yeah, but he's not.
Myth.
He's not gonna get in though.
Yeah.
Sancho's not getting in.
Nah,
No way. Ahead of Sterling and Rashford.
Yeah, it's
Are you
impossible.
man crazy,
possible.
It's impossible.
bro? It's impossible.
It's
Like,
impossible.
Good. That's where we're strongest.
Yeah.
Like, in the
Old.
front, in the front three.
yeah, but he's not. Yeah, and I know Sancho's good. Everyone's, bro. He's not like.
Well,
He's not-
keep a Pickford as well. Because he's having a stinker. As well.
I'm never having him anyway. I just think he was causing a lot of noise when we needed
Who's
a
second
goalkeeper.
choice at the minute?
So
There's
they've
a few
got a
man.
few keepers like Nick Pope. You've got Dean Henderson.
It's
But
nasty.
Dean Henderson don't play for Man United. I think he's good, but he don't play every week, so you can't
It's
choose
horrible.
him.
There's no keepers.
There's no keepers, isn't it?
Anyone, just put
Jordan
anyone.
Pickford's meaty to me, man.
Yeah, just put anyone in goal. It don't really matter. Bro, he only got picked because he was making noise at the time when they were getting rid of Joe Hart. So he was the only one available. That's the only goalkeeper
But
that was doing
I feel
something.
like traditionally have we had good keepers or not?
We had like
Like,
Rob
we've
Green
had
and
meaty keepers,
Rob
innit?
Green and what's the other guy? Paul Robinson.
Yeah.
And like all these man. Scott Carson. We've had some horrible keepers in our time.
Yeah, let's forget the keeper talk anyway. And then,
Yeah, England need to look into that though.
Yeah, we've had some
Because
dead
what's the
keepers,
best keeper we've had since like maybe like David Seaman, maybe?
look into it and do what? What do you want him
And
to
he
do?
was meaty at the World Cup as well.
Joe Hart at his heights was good keeper though.
He was a good keeper, man. Not
Nice,
like
nice.
great.
Good keeper.
Other countries have had like great
Much better, yeah,
keepers.
much
We've
better.
not had a great
All
keeper.
our like have conceded like wild goals. Like, they all get goals that are just wow. Like
Was it Rob Green the one who was the one who kicked the floor? Someone kicked the floor from like a
Oh,
goal
that
kick and it
was-
rolled to someone
oh,
and he
was that Rob
scored.
no, that was Paul Robinson. I think.
Was it Paul? I think it was Paul Robinson. That's nuts. Man.
That's mad.
But yeah, so let's just circle back to the Premier League. What about Southampton? We ain't spoken about them, and they've had like an amazing season this year, like playing some really good football.
Yeah.
You're not
James
talking. You're not
Prowse.
talking about
fuck with
So
Danny
Prowse. Talking about
I
Prowse.
fuck with Danny Ings.
Do you know how unlucky this guy is
Yeah,
not to have played for England?
yeah.
You love Ward Prowse, don't you?
He's cold.
No,
though,
I don't
man.
love him.
He's
But,
cold, bro.
but bro,
He's cold.
Technically, yeah. Oh, bro.
he's got mad assists.
Cold, man.
Look,
No, no.
everything he does, like I think we said it on another, I've said on another episode, everything he does is whipped with pace.
It's no safety. There's
Everything.
no
Okay.
safety on anything.
Compare him to
No safety on
imagine your Prowse, your Southampton club captain, and your team's you're overachieving as a club. Like you're doing really well, and you're at the forefront of that. He's not just part of the
Yeah,
team. He's not
driving things.
He's driving the team to go to new heights. Harry Winks plays ahead of you, and Harry Winks sits on the bench for Tottenham every week.
Mad.
That's true.
Where's so what do I need to do?
Mad.
What do I need to do?
But
Because-
that's always been the case in like the England thing. Like if you're not like a part of like the top 5 clubs, like, you rarely get like.
But yeah, it's true. No, I agree with you.
even if you're bugging out,
I wouldn't be
like,
surprised if Lingard makes an appearance like again. Like this is how mad it is.
It's mad, isn't it?
Like it's crazy
Kinda
because
broken a bit,
if I'm Ward Prowse, I'm just thinking, you know what? I don't even want to play for England anymore because I'm playing my best football. My team is doing very
But
well.
even if where was he going to play anyway?
It doesn't matter. Where's Winks playing? Well, he can't do what Winks does, which is nothing.
He's on the bench.
Like Winks don't play. Like Winks has to leave Tottenham to get into the England team because he's not been playing that much. There's no way he can travel on the amount of football he's played. No way. He's nowhere near it.
I agree. So, just one last team before we wrap up. What about Leeds, who have
I was going
come
to say
up?
Leicester as well. I like Leicester.
Yeah, Leeds have come up and are doing really well. Like they play some dope football. Patrick Bamford bagging.
It's going to be another one of them next season. Like, like Leeds, watch them this year, and then they're going to be scrapping bottom 3. Like,
You reckon?
Because they've come in the Premier League and people can't clock them as usual. They're bugging out. Like everyone's
No, but
running around.
you're saying they can't clock them. That
Like, yeah, but they're doing stuff. They've high intensity. Like the football, Bielsa, all hell Bielsa. Like blah blah blah. And then next season comes and they're just going to be doing nothing, fam.
No, but I think Bielsa is a bit more adaptive.
yeah,
in that
and he's progressive. I
Yeah,
think.
like he will change things and make the right signings to take them
Potentially, yeah.
to being a better team next season. Maybe not, or just maintain them where they are at the very least.
I
They
don't-
won't-
I
I
don't
they
think
won't
when teams
nosedive.
come up and just do quite well, everyone thinks like, wow, like they've come
No,
from
but you know what it is?
Championship and like they're running Liverpool ragged and like
Yeah.
They
But
do,
the way-
it's unexpected, isn't it? Like,
The way they playing though, it's not a fluke.
nah,
They have a way of playing. They
Yeah.
have a style of playing. Like, and I can see it being progressive because they just need to improve. Maybe like their centre. I know Bamford. Everyone talks about Bamford's banging goals. He's not the finished article. He's gonna get you 10, 12 goals. It's not enough.
no.
Because the way Leeds play, when that ball lands in the box, it has to go in the back of the net. Because if it does, they will finish every game scoring 4s and 5s.
Yeah.
But they don't. They don't score 4 and 5s. So like, I enjoy watching Leeds, innit?
No, they're a good team to watch, definitely.
They're a good team to watch because they open up the game. You can't sit back against. They're gonna force you to come out of the blocks because they leave spaces. So naturally, as a footballer, regardless of what team you are, you feel like, rah, we need to go. We need to go. Like, let's exploit the space, and it just opens up every game. So
I think against just bigger teams, they'll struggle. And
yeah, because you know
I
what?
don't know whether they'll be able to attract the right players next year.
Yeah, But he's signed some big signings though, like Rodrigo to come to
He's a good
Leeds,
player,
like Rafinha.
Yeah.
These are big, not
Yeah,
big
they're good
players. Don't
players.
get me wrong, but they can do better than Leeds.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why are you coming to Leeds, a team that's just been promoted? You know what I mean?
facts.
So I think Bielsa has got links to players.
So just to wrap up, who do we think is gonna win the Golden Boot? So at the minute, Salah's got 13 goals, Son's got 12, Fernandes got 11, Calvert-Lewin's got 11, Vardy's got 11, Bamford's got 10, Kane's got 10. It's probably only gonna be one of those names. You reckon Mo's gonna win it again?
No, I'm screaming Jamie Vardy.
What's
man.
Vardy on?
11.
And who's on top of him?
Salah's got 13. A couple players on 11.
What about Mane? Is he not in there?
No.
Oh. What about your boy Firmino?
He ain't gonna-
I
Danny
see-
Ings is 7th on this list. I mean, he's 10th on this list with 7 goals, and I can't see below that, so he's got less than 7.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put money on Vardy still.
He's a bag man, you know. He's
I'd say Vardy as well. I'd put Vardy up there, but don't sleep on my boy Kane.
No, definitely not. No.
Kane's got 10 goals, 11 assists, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't sleep on Kane.
joke.
Yeah,
Because you know what he'll do? He will just forget about the assists and turn them into goals.
Yeah.
Because there's been a couple of times where he's passed a man and they've bagged and he's smiling, but he's thinking,
I could have bagged that.
I could have bagged that, and it's cool because the race is still open. 3 or 4 goals behind this minor. He could bag a hat-trick in one game and he's there. So don't sleep on Kane, bro. He's just, I don't know what it is about him, but when it gets to after January, end of January, he becomes alive. He becomes alive. He just forgets about playing football and starts scoring.
Slapping it in the side.
Yeah,
netting
like
and
you
that.
see now everyone's seen him as, oh yeah, he drops in, he's playing, his overall game's improved. Just give it until the end of the month, it's all gonna disappear. There ain't gonna be none of that. It's just gonna be goals.
I think by the end of the season as well, De Bruyne will end up being the best player in the league. Like he'll get voted at the end of the season as player of the year.
Who?
De Bruyne.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think it depends where United finish.
You think?
Because if United win, if they win the title, Bruno has to get
Yeah,
it.
of course. But I don't see them winning that. I see Man City winning it. Which is why I say
Yeah,
De Bruyne.
yeah. If they win it, understand it. But if United win, Bruno gets it.
Cool. But that's been our mid-year sort of Premier League review so far. Anyone who's made it this far, big up. And make sure you like, comment, review, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you again soon.
See ya.
Peace.